I wonder if this farm is being investigated, but this is what you get when companies put profits over people. You can have an employee die at the business, and the employers don't care.
We are learning more tonight about a tragic accident that took the life of a local farm worker last month in the carrot fields of New Cuyama. It was a typical day on the farm until the woman was hit in the field by a truck and died in her daughter's arms. 17 Cecilia Trevino is here now with the story.
Her friends tell me Rosa Miriam Sanchez was a great farm worker, colleague, and employee. But now Sanchez's family says they are yet to receive justice, while her co-workers say they don't feel safe at work.
It was heartbreaking, just watching her, because, well, she basically passed in her arms. That was the hardest part.
A 58-year-old mother gone while working in the field, her daughter holding her in her last moments. On September 20, 2023, just before noon, farm workers were picking carrots after their break when a truck driver backed into Rosa Miriam Sanchez at the Grimway Farm in New Cuyama, 66 miles southwest of downtown Bakersfield.
He's just going fast and he hits her. I seen the truck jump, and at first I thought it was a water jug. I didn't really, So when he went back forward, that's when I realized there was a person, and when we ran up, it was Miss Rosa.
But things kept moving along as usual.
We ended up calling 911, and well, what I found wrong was that they continued working throughout the whole thing. Like, instead of them moving out, they still stayed working there.
I did ask, hey, should we leave this part? Because it was right next to Miriam Sanchez, and they just told me, well, we just have to finish this part, even though we need help, we're gonna have to finish. So
I can't imagine being told to keep working next to your dead coworker.
They brought another crew next to her, and we finished that part.
A tragedy Miriam Ramirez says could have been avoided.
Even the truck that hit her didn't even have, it's supposed to make this beeping noise when it goes, reverses. It didn't have that. The driver was going really fast.
Perez says this driver would go too fast and too close to workers, something unusual and other drivers didn't do at their farm.
That could have been avoided because he had hit a truck on Monday that same week.
This accident shouldn't even happen, because we did let our supervisors know about this truck driver. I don't know why they never did anything.
Probably because it was just cheaper to keep the same truck driver instead of firing him and hiring a new person.
The driver is allegedly employed by the contractor Jay Garcia. Flores and her group of workers are employed by the contractor Esparza Enterprises. Both contractors declined a comment on this. Grimway Farms, which owns the field, told 17 News they are saddened by this loss and value each employee and contract labor employee like family. But Miriam Ramirez demands justice for her mother.
At least I want that person to go to jail, because nothing happened to him either.
And says the orders to finish picking up the carrots showed how much they were valued as people.
It wasn't even something important. They didn't have to finish. They didn't really have to do any of that. It's apathy, I guess. They didn't really care.
Cal OSHA is investigating this incident. The Santa Barbara Coroner's Office said they are investigating the death. Nayeli Flores says she had 24 workers in her group, but since the incident, she has lost 8 who now fear for their safety. Flores says Rosa was always a role model and respectful worker. In studio,